Good morning, Dr. Dharmesh. And good morning, everyone. And welcome to an intro, a taster of Are you eating to create your body or to destroy your body? I created this class about a few years back, almost 3-4 years back now. And it's this is one class that actually takes me by surprise every time I facilitate it. It's like all access classes do take us by surprise because they have an energy of their own and they know where to go and we just follow it. Hey, Manju. Yet with this class, it's actually got its own, if I can say, it's got its own format. It knows where to go. It knows, and when it knows where to go is when it chooses to be facilitated. A few of you who have been in the group of Eating to Create Your Body or to Destroy Your Body have seen that we have put this out earlier and we have had people choosing it, yet last minute we've been like, no, the energy is not now. Sorry, we'll have to change this class. We'll have to look at some other time. And this is the only class which actually cannot, I mean, it's like, so it's impossible for me to facilitate it if it doesn't cooperate with me. So everything that that brought up, can we destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, call, 9 shots, boys, phobats, and beyonds. And today, when I was actually, when we were looking at this class a couple of days back, I was like, okay, is this class now ready to be facilitated? And it was a big yes. It was like a yes. Yet there was something that was really heavy about it. So I started to ask questions around it. And for a few of you who've done the class earlier, it's been a 30-day class. It's been a 30-day program. And yeah, Manju's smiling. She's like, yes, you changed it. Like, yes, I did. Simply because the class was like, I don't want to be a 30-day class anymore. The energies have changed. I mean, if you recognize how much of the energies of, your body has changed, how different is your body now than it was a year back? Forget a year back, 6 months back, 3 months back, 1 month back, 1 week back. So this is really an acknowledgement of how much your bodies have changed and how much your body has mutated and shifted into. And now what's possible with this energy, and where can we go, and what can our bodies facilitate this class to be? It's like, what if your bodies are facilitating this class and this class is being the contribution to you? Everything that brought up, would you destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, 9 shots, boys, phobats, and beyonds. So eating to create or eating to destroy your body is actually the energy that I was looking at my own life and my own choices as when I started this class, when I created this class and had it approved by Access Consciousness. It was more of a energy that I was being with my body, where I was using food to destroy my body. I was using food to shut down my awareness. I was using food to fill the space. And I was fully aware of what I was doing. It's not like it was coming from unconsciousness. Yet I seemed to be not able to change it. I seemed to be struggling with that. I was like, okay, I'm not hungry. I'm still eating. And what am I doing here? Who am I being here? And I would recognize that there were times when I was actually eating for entities. There was time when I was actually eating to fill the space instead of eating to create space. And when I got that, I was like, oh, what if I could eat to create space? What if you could eat to create space instead of fill the space that you decided is too much? It's too much to deal with. It's too much to have. It's too much to be. Everything that brought up, would you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, all 9 shots, boys, phobats, and beyonds. And that's a little background to how this class got created. I would now love to ask you all how to eat to create space. That's just it. We're not going to be the how, but we're going to explore. We're going to explore what is true for us, and we're going to explore what food contributes to creating space, what food fills you. yet you eat it simply because you feel the need to be solid. Yeah, Radhika, I definitely can, sweetheart. But before we go there, I would love to ask you all here who have thankfully joined us and made this possible, because without you all being here, this wouldn't have been possible. Hey, Ritu, I love your smile. You know that.
Morning,
I'd
ma'am.
really
Thank
morning, my lovely. So I'd really like to ask you all, what brought you to this class? I mean, what is your relationship with food? What is your relationship with your body? Yes, go for it, darling, Ritu.
मैम मतलब चीज देखो, हमें पता है हम एक्सेस एक्सेस में है कि कंट्रोल करने की कोशिश करेंगे तो वो और पावरफुली हमारे पास आता है। मैं यही करती जा रही हूँ, कंट्रोल करने की
And
कोशिश करती हूँ।
I will translate, Ritu. Yeah, yeah, go for it, darling.
ओके, तो मतलब मैं कंट्रोल करने की कोशिश करती हूँ अपनी ईटिंग हैबिट पे, जो रात तक आते आते बहुत फोर्सफुली मेरे पास आता है। तो रात को जो होता है वो सारा सिस्टम बिगड़ जाता है। तो मतलब मुझे यही चीज यहाँ से गेन करनी है कि क्या है कैसे
Thank
कैसे
you for
मतलब इस
that.
कंट्रोलिंग हैबिट को छोड़ूं।
Yes, thank you for that, Ritu. So what Ritu shared is that, I there's a lot of control that I need to be with what I eat and when I eat. But by the time the evening sets in and, it's time for dinner, that I lose all control, and I lose all control and I'll end up eating way too much. So basically she loses control by the evening. It's a great awareness, it's a great awareness for you to have, because this is what we are going to look at changing for you, right? And it's like I said, it's going to be you exploring. So like when Ritu shared that, she shared that it's the evening. Through the day she's okay, it's a night when she loses control. Great awareness, right? So now how can you change that? And now we're going to look at different ways of shifting and changing that. But before we go to that, I'd love anybody else to share what is yours. What is your relationship with food? What is your relationship with your body? Yes, Aisha, go for it, darling.
um, I used to be before access. The relationship with food, it was like this, that to eat this. Like for example, I will give you, like normally if you will eat a white bread, it will gain your weight. So that was my before my relationship with
Yeah,
food. However,
amazing.
being with access, being aware, I become more aware what kind of, not me, but my body. Okay, body. I start asking my
Yeah,
body what I would like to eat, and sometimes really the instantly instantly the answer, it came from my body. Like, okay, would you like to eat this? And I'm getting big yes, and sometimes big no, and even with the drinks even. So I really would like to be more communion with my body, and even there is no point of views with food, which is, for me, it's like a being a progress. There is no point of views with food. However, I would like to be more aware with my body. This is what I really would like to.
amazing. That it's like, the point of view with that we've all come from, even if you've been, Mahima, good to see you. So,
हेलो।
hello, my dear. So, even if you have been, even when most of us have come from that, like what Aisha just shared, eating white bread will get you to put on weight. Eating sugar will have you put on weight. Eating sugar is unhealthy. Everything white is unhealthy. I mean, how much of that do we hear, right? White, 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 evil, white, don't eat. And then when we start to, come to access classes, you're like eating sugar like there's no tomorrow. You're still alive. In fact, you are way healthier and happier than you were before eating sugar. So it's like, it's exploring all of these aspects. And thank you for bringing up this, Aisha, because this class is actually, although it is open to everybody, there is no prereq for this class. So anyone, even if they've never done the bars or never been introduced to access, but are struggling with food or with their body, they are welcome to join us. Yet, I just want to bring this into your, just share this with all of you, that this is about you acknowledging that you as a humanoid have a different need with food. And I'm using the word here, need, because a humanoid's body needs sugar, salt, water, and energy. A human eats differently. How many of you humanoids are trying to eat like humans, wondering why you're not healthy, wondering why you're not creating what you're asking to create, wondering why you're struggling? Right, wrong, good, bad, what, buckle, 9 shots, boys, poets, and beyonds. So these 15 days is going to be an exploration of the humanoid body that you have. You see, if you are a humanoid, you have a different way of eating and creating your body that you have not yet acknowledged. And this class is about that. It's about, exploring that aspect, exploring the aspect of where you're using your body to prove to yourself and to the world that you are human. Like, how many of us judge ourselves for being humanoids? I'm wrong, I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's because of me this happened. It's because of me that happened, right? I mean, now it's way better, but it still comes up. It's like an automatic responder system that, oh, I said this, that's why he did this, or he said, I did this, that's why this didn't happen. Or it's just, but that's how a humanoid operates, always looking at what's wrong in them so they can understand what people are choosing. But this is really about Reiki. And the easiest way of proving to yourself that you're not a humanoid and you're a human is to create problems with your body. Either to create a movement problem where you're like, I want to exercise, I can't. I want to dance, I can't. I want to walk, I can't. Yeah, great way of telling yourself you're human. Great way of making yourself solid. So do we cover movement? Yes, we do. Do we cover different aspects of movement and exploring what a humanoid body is really asking for? Yes, we do. Yes. Is there, oh, hi, Rushali. Yay, I love faces coming on. So it's like, so this is really about exploring what movement is fun for you, what food is fun for you, and how can we be sure we are human or humanoid? I feel I fall in the gray. Sweetheart, there is no gray. It's like saying I fall between a cat and a buffalo. No, you don't. You're either a cat or a buffalo, or even a cow or a buffalo. There's nothing in between, right? Similarly, so, a lot of, okay. How many of you here are trying to be human? Yeah, I mean, how many of you here are trying to be human? Yeah, me too, very often, especially when I'm with friends. How many? Who else? Who else is trying to be human?
Ma'am, in some fields,
Yeah.
I feel I'm humanoid, and sometimes I feel I'm trying to be human.
Yeah, you are. See, it's like if you humanoids eat differently is open. Yes, Anjali, that I know. We don't talk about that, but we don't even recognize and acknowledge that a humanoid has a body that's different. Even if I can't be a human. Ah, that's funny. Yes. So when you know that you are human, I mean, when you know that you're a humanoid, let's say we all know the difference between human and humanoids, right? Not one is right, not one is wrong, not one is better than the other. It's just that we are different. First and foremost, acknowledge that humans are not wrong, humans are not bad. Humans and humanoids, actually, if you start to create together, you'll actually create magically. But you got to recognize and acknowledge, who am I? What am I? Okay, so if you are a humanoid, and please feel free to unmute yourselves also, okay, guys? You don't have to just type in. I'd love to have you all share. I've been getting acidity and headache. What's causing it? Yeah, that's a great symptom of your body not being happy with how you're eating, right? What if it's not wrong? It's a symptom of how your body is eating, and it's not working for the body. So so many of you know the difference between human and humanoids, not from a wrongness and rightness, but just the difference. So for those who don't know the difference, a human is one who will always judge themselves. A human is one who's okay with doing the same thing repeatedly, again and again, again and again. They're great with organization, with orderly stuff. They're great with, handling your office or handling your home in a manner that's orderly. They are not very creative. They don't understand empowerment. They don't understand creation. They're like, this has been done, let's just do this. That's where they come from. A humanoid, on the other hand, is, this has been done, it's boring, let's do something different. A humanoid, on the other hand, is, oh, I think I did something wrong, that's why this didn't actualize. Let me see where I'm wrong. A humanoid, on the other hand, will be like, I've been doing this for the past 3 years, I'm bored. I've been doing this for the past 1 year, I'm bored. I've been doing this for 3 days, I'm so bored. That's a humanoid. Okay, that's just the difference. There's not one that's right and there's not one that's wrong. You need the creative energy, and you need sometimes that human to show you, to bring you what's required, and to actually, to put it together for you, because it's there here. And sometimes, as a humanoid, you're just so fast and so quick that from that one you've gone to another one. So it's great to include the humans in that. All right, this is just
मैम
sharing that they're both a contribution. Yes, darling.
मैम मुझे एक ये चीज आ रही थी कि जैसे कई बार मैं बॉडी से कम्युनिकेट ये कर पाती हूँ कि मुझे खाना है, मुझे पता है वो मुझे नुकसान करेगा, मतलब मेरी बॉडी उस पे रिएक्ट करेगी। कई बार मुझे ऐसा फील होता है कि बंद, बट मैं फिर भी मतलब खा लेती हूँ वो चीज। तो क्या हम स्टेटमेंट्स के थ्रू उस चीज को भी कवर अप कर पाते हैं?
Yes. So what I'm going to share, translate what you said first. So what Ritu is saying is that, what Ritu is sharing is that, she knows that this is not healthy. She knows my body is not asking for this. She knows my body is just not hungry or whatever. Yet you're not able to listen to your body, and then to and then be like, okay, body says no. You cannot have ease with that choice. She says, are we also going to cover that? Well, after I've facilitated this class over 4 years now, and every time people do this class, they're like, suddenly we can hear our body more. I'd love Manju. I know Manju's done it, Mahima's done it. Manju, share, honey. What did this class do for you? Please. Can't hear you. You're muted. Can you unmute yourself? No? Okay, no worries. Is Mahima there? Or I will share what showed up. Yeah? So there was a lady once upon a time who came to my first class. Once upon a time. Like a story. She came to the first class and she was like, I really want to change the allergies that I have in my body, and the food that I eat as obsessive food that I eat to, and she said, and I know I'm eating it to distract myself from the allergies that I have in my body. And it was really an interesting ask, because, you're like, allergy in the body, like skin rash and different kind of allergies she would get. And then, is that connected to obsessive eating? Linearly, maybe not. But her body was showing her the discomfort of her eating obsessively with the allergy that would show up in her body. And what, by the end of, I think, 15 or 17 days, something like that, she sent me a testimony saying that I have not had allergies since I started with the class. And even now, I mean, she's in touch with me and she's from a different country. She's from Indonesia. And she says, Chandana, I've not had the allergy since then. So what can change is truly, what is your body asking to change, guys? What are you choosing with the change? Yes, you are. Go for it.
You. Who was resisting it?
Yes.
Yes. So this class actually made me so much more aware about my own habits, communication with my own body, and recognizing between really when I'm hungry, and when wherever I'm just eating because it's the time to eat.
That,
Like we are
yes,
posed with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Total form and structure. What
yes.
about knowing that there is so much more happening in your body and considering it as your best partner and listen to it? Because we are here because of our own body. Otherwise, we would have cleared. So this class gave me
So
so
true.
much more
Thank you
awareness
for
of
sharing that.
communicating, yeah,
Yeah,
communicating with my body, knowing what is right for me or what is contributing to me, not right. No, nothing right, no wrong. First, I used to feel guilty when sugar, pastries or cake or anything, puri, paratha. But now there is so much space I can have whatever I wish to and still be in communion and not have it more than it's my body desires.
yeah,
And the
that.
superfood. And Chandana is always giving you more than you can imagine. That is the best part.
Thank
So, how does it get even better than that? So, this class has been, and the recordings and the PDFs and the all the information, whatever you ask for. Guys, this class is amazing to know yourself better, to know your body better, greater, even greater. So, thank you, Chandana. Such
Oh,
a
thank you,
great
Manju. Thank you for
contribution.
sharing, darling. Thank you.
It was
Oh,
it's
we
one
have
of the
Ravi here, who's
most
also done the
contributing
class.
class I have ever attended. One of the most contributing class.
Thank you, love. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Ravi
Chandana,
was. Ravi, you want to share?
even
Yeah.
I
Yes.
resonate with Ritu. Uh, See, I am
Yeah.
aware that okay, these foods are healthy, and I like these foods. My body likes this, and I eat. But sometimes I'm not
Yeah.
been able to hear, you know, or understand what my body requires sometimes. So I resonate with that, and
Yeah.
thank you for the reading out that testimony. Really, it's very reassuring. Thank you so much. Looking forward to
You're
that.
welcome, Vandana. Yes. So am I. So am I. Vandana, this, you're like, we talk about communicating with our bodies so often, so often. We are like, I'm communication with my body, I'm in communication with my body. And often even hear the body. But that little step into being in communion with your body, with what you hear, is what doesn't allow you to create what you're actually asking to create with your body. Because we've reached the communication, we've reached the yes and the no. We know the body says yes, we know the body says no. We've done enough of classes to reach there. Now, what space can you be that has you trusting the information that you are receiving, that has you creating your body magically? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. Thank you, Vandana. Ravi, I'd love you to share too.
Hi Chandana. Hi Manju. Hi everyone.
Hi.
So, like a small introduction won't help for this class. It's like it will require a few minutes to say about the class. So, what I got from the class was it was not easy for me to say no to anyone. So, that is the best what I got from the class. And something we call as choice. So whenever we go out, I was the last person to ask के मुझे ये चाहिए मेनू में से. I never asked whatever my friends order or family order, I would choose for that. But now I am the first person to look the menu and choose for me. So the choice of food is completely changed, and I know when I'm hungry, which I was not aware before. So I only have what what is required and what is asked by the body. So this class will not only change your body, but your relationship with your body and the relationship with people around you, especially with food.
Thank you for that. Wow. Yeah. How does it get any better? What else is truly possible? Yeah.
And it's still changing. It's almost a year coming to a year now. Like I did a class year before. So it's still changing. And whenever I
Yeah.
get stuck any moment, I go to the recordings of the class and I just clear whatever is being supposed to be clear. So thank you, Chanda, for it.
Oh, Ravi, you're welcome. And thank you for being here and for sharing. Yeah.
Thank you. So
So,
please do the class,
thank you.
whatever is possible from your side. Yeah. It will really change your family, your surroundings around you. So you will not, especially as I see most of the mothers around here, so you will not keep pushing your child khale, khale, khale. So that will the biggest
Yeah,
change your
that
kids
changes
will
too with time.
experience. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, truly. Because when you start to honor your, thank you, Ravi. When you start to honor your body, you start to honor your relationship with your body, you actually teach your children to honor their relationship with their body. So I'm going to actually ask you all once again, what is your relationship with food and what is your relationship with body? Who would like to share? Of course, we got a few questions, we got a few shares before this. Who else would like to share? What is your relationship with food? I mean, how many of you are trying to lose weight, struggling with it? How many of you are trying to get yourself to exercise or to move, have that movement, but you're struggling with it? How many of you, every time you start exercising or you start to go for a walk or you start swimming, you create an accident or you land up creating a foot injury or a shoulder injury? So now you have reason to not carry on with the movement. Yeah, Radhika. Everything that brought up, can we destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, what, nine shots, boys, poets, and beyonds. Yes, Radhika. 1 minute. My doggy wants to contribute. As always, he gets to know there's a class on and he comes running to me.
Oreo,
Okay,
right?
come here. Yeah, my Oreo. He's like, you're talking about food. My name is food. Yeah.
Hi, hi,
And I
both
just
of
realized how
you.
many of us love something to do with food.
Yeah.
Hi, Radhika.
So, hi, Oreo also. So, I think before Axis, my relationship with food was not very symbiotic, I may say. I'm very health conscious. I've always loved healthy food. Like fruit and vegetables from childhood has been my go-to. Roti sabzi में से वैसे भी उतरती नहीं थी. I was very thin. After my baby obviously put on weight and everybody used to, project on me, you were so thin, you were so thin. So you always work towards trying to get back to that shape and fit into other
Right.
people's projections. And I would eat quinoa and I would stop eating food, but it wasn't really working. I was very lopsided in my weight. After access classes, it has changed phenomenally. I eat parathas, I eat all the butter. Yesterday also we had paneer paratha for dinner. How does it get even better? And I realized that
Yum.
it has to proportion has to be obviously taken into account, but also your body, if it's asking for it, feeding it always creates greater than depriving it.
Yeah.
And one
Yes.
has to be aware, like a chocolate, this much chocolate you want or that much. That is there. I do very strenuous workout now, which is called bar classes, which is also an exercise form, very hardcore core exercises, and I love that. My body is breaking today after the workout of yesterday, but I still love it, and I'm going to go tomorrow again. So I think with Axis, you definitely get a better communion, and I do hope I can join this session. I know my friend Jyoti had done last year with you, and she is really, really
Yes.
happy with this.
Yes. Yes,
So
you're right.
I do hope
Yes.
I get to do this year because I think there is so much more we can build on with our communion with our body, and I would like to explore that. What else is possible?
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. I the one thing that I would really like you all to get from this call, even if you don't join the class. I mean, if you can get this one thing from this call, is that food is meant to be like a homeopathic pill. Food is not supposed to be eaten, like a plate full of rice and a plate full of, curry and a plate full of, vegetable, and then followed by sweet, and then followed by green tea, and then again after a while you're hungry, and then you take another piece of cake, and it's not supposed to be eaten like that. That's gluttony. And when you're being that, you're being a consumer. And this class is really about you recognizing where you're consuming food that's consuming your body, that in turn is consuming the earth. Everything that brought up, would you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, patriarchal, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. And like I said, the energies of this class have changed, and it's actually taking me to where it would really like me to go with this class. I know we may not have talked about this energy earlier in the calls, in our classes, but really, I just want and what if you could stop being the consumer and being the contributor? What if your body is asking for a contribution in the form of food, which does not have to be consumed, but just could be received? Like, it's really interesting that, if you start to eat like you would have a homeopathic pill, how much more could your body receive? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, popcorn, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. In the, I think in the advanced How to Become Money workbook, or in the How to Become Money workbook, I'm not sure where it's written now. It's written in that where Gary says that if I had $10 to buy myself a meal, he says, I would go and get myself a gourmet, maybe just an appetizer with a nice drink. Most of us would go get ourselves a burger, get ourselves French fries, get ourselves a drink, get ourselves a cake, in the advanced How to Become Money workbook. And we would want to fill our stomach in the $10, because we are eating to fill space. We are not eating to create space. So what if you can start to eat to create space? How different would your body be? And would you then be a consumer, or would you then be a contributor? Everything that doesn't allow you to know, be, perceive, receive that, destroy and uncreate that, please. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, popcorn, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds.
I'd like to say something. Yeah.
Yes, please. Please go for it.
Just taking off from the point that you said, to fill space, to fill the stomach. And from childhood, we are taught that, pet bhar ke khao, pet bhar ke khao. And if the child is cranky,
Yes.
they're always told, and obviously we mimic it also, that, I'm hungry because that is why I'm upset. And that's why I'm having a tantrum. And that's why I'm angry. So eat, eat, eat. And that subconscious is what today as adults we are throwing back out to ourselves and to our children and to everybody. Hence the form and structure of the meals have to be proper. पेट भर के खाओ lunch में, तभी तुम्हें फिर भूख नहीं लग. There's so much of conditioning that we bought in and locked in our body. I think that has to be undone a lot. And with our children also, eat.
Yes.
Yeah, and so we come from the space of choiceless reality. Like we go to a shop with a child and say, choose and stick to it now. Choose a toy and stick to it. The same thing we do with food, that, we eat it now, otherwise you won't get later. Why do we do that?
Exactly. It's not even about the why here, darling. It's more about the end. The completion has been glorified in everything. The result has been glorified. So, you got to see where all the energies that actually get you to choose to be this is actually how you've been trained. You've been trained, you've been conditioned over lifetime and lifetime and lifetime to look at the completion. So what are you looking at your body as? Are you looking at it as a completion that must die? I mean, we talk about death also in this class. So are you looking at, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, popcorn, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds? Are you looking at your body as a completion that your body must die? Or are you willing to be the infinite living, the infinite possibilities, and the infinite creation? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and popcorn, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. What energy, space, consciousness, choice, magic, mysteries, miracles, and possibilities can you and your body be to be the infiniteness of the now and the future your total ease and joy and glory. Right, wrong, good, bad, what, parkle, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. If you were not to complete, if you're not eating to complete a meal, if you were not eating to complete a meal, if you were not eating to complete a meal, what would you eat and how much would you eat? And when would you eat? Right and wrong, good and bad, hot and hot, line shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. Everything that's about completion, that takes you away from out creating. And you know, every completion is a conclusion, right? So energetically, when you complete a meal, you're like, okay, I completed half a day because my lunch is over. Okay, dinner's done, I've completed today. Even if you don't say it verbally, you know, you're being that with your body. Everything that is times a godzillion. Would you destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, what, what, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. What if it's about out creating every moment of your life, which includes food? But food is no more the defining factor of how to be, when to be, how not to be, and what not to be. You know, we talk about celebration in this class, which I think is such a big aspect of living, where we eat to celebrate and we celebrate to eat. It's like if it's a birthday party, the first thing that comes into your head is, what's the food? You know, if it's a wedding, what's the food? What are the drinks? You know, if it's a class, where's the food? What are the drinks? If it's a death, and you know, you're going for a prayer ceremony, what's the food? So do you recognize how much food has become an integral part of every choice of yours? What if food wasn't meant to be that? Everywhere you're choosing food to distract yourself from true celebration of life and living, would you destroy and uncreate that? I drunk, good, bad, pot, pockle, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. And celebrations are always associated with food. Absolutely, Mahima, just that. It's like, if the food's not good, the party was useless. The food's not good, I don't want to go back to the house. So everywhere you're not willing to receive what the universe is gifting you, and everywhere you've limited it with just the food and stuffing yourself with the food so there's no more receiving, you destroy and uncreate that. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pockle, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. Like when we are visiting my family, they will keep asking, yes, what would you like to eat? Just that. What do you want to eat? What do you want to drink? My dadi, my grandmother, my dad's mother, she was an absolute sweetheart, and I just loved her to another level. But she only loved me when I would eat. She would get upset with me when I didn't eat. So I learned to eat around her so my grandmother could love me. Everywhere you're eating so others can love you. Oh, so funny. We destroy and uncreate that. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pot, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. I'll go out with my husband and eat the food that he orders, although I hate the food that he orders, but at least I get to get his love that way. Everything that is, when you destroy and uncreate that. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pot, 9 shots. Oh, boys, oh, forwards and beyonds. Wow. Yeah, so this is just a taster, guys. We are going to go into all areas of our life. We're going to go into where we are eating for the entities, where we are eating to not be present in our body. Where how much are you eating so you can check out of your bodies? How much are you eating as a coping mechanism to deal with the awareness that you have? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pockle, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. facilitating this class, which actually truly this class just happened, literally fell into my lap. And I just, when we did the first class, we didn't even have PDFs or anything. And I actually created a manual out of the first 30-day class, but I'm not allowed to share the manual, as in our self-created classes, we cannot have manuals, but we can have PDFs, which is why I have PDFs. And when I started to have what this class actually created for me was truly, I mean, and I'm not saying this because I want you guys to choose this class. Please know that it's just an acknowledgement of what this class has contributed to me in my life. During the first class, I got COVID, and I thought I was going to die. Everybody thought I was going to die. I knew I was not going to die, but everyone else thought I was going to die because I got, quote unquote, the Delta, which was really bad. And I had to stop this class after 14 days. And for 2 weeks, we were on pause. And I recognized how much my body was changing in those 2 weeks. And when we restarted after those 2 or 3 weeks, whatever, my body was different. Everybody in that class, their bodies were different, and this class was different. And truly, I look at myself as what was before, what my body was before this class, and I look at myself now, and the communion that I have with my body actually facilitated me into becoming a 3-day body class facilitator, something that I was never choosing. I chose to become a 3-day body class only after facilitating this class. This class opened up doors for me that I did not even know were possible. And I just want to acknowledge that, this is the class, like I said, I've just facilitated it 4 times over 4 years. It's not a class that I keep doing because this class will choose when it wants to be out there. It's not like I can have it every 2 months or every 3 months, simply because my body has to also be willing to facilitate this class. And if you're choosing this class, please recognize that your body is ready for it. If you're not choosing this class, please don't go into the wrongness. Please recognize that this may not be the time that your body is actually choosing this. I would like you all to ask your body, oh, Mahima, thank you, darling. Please ask your body, body, is now the time for this class. Okay, don't push, don't force, don't believe that just because some people are choosing, you must choose it, or this is the right choice to make. No, don't come from that. Please include your body. This is truly an awareness that I would like to share with all of you. Please include your body when you're choosing this class. If your body is ready for it, hop on. And if not, ask your body to show you when. Okay, guys? So I hope this was a contribution. And we are starting. Yes, my dear. Yes, Ravi.
Channa, so there's a small share from my side. So somewhere we
Yes.
are holding emotions and everything, like stuffs and everything. So Channa takes care that you let go everything with ease and you get lighter from all the sides. So that will change lot of things around, at home, at workplace, at even with the body.
Thank you, Ravi. Thank you for that, sweetheart. Yeah. Because truly, when things change in your body, you're welcome, everyone. When things start to change in your body, things around you will change. Your money flows will change. Your relationships will change. You as a being will change. So, yes, like Ravi said, yes, I will have your back through this. I will teach you to have your own back through this, through the change, which may be really sometimes uncomfortable, because we do talk a lot about the emotions and emotional eating and the reactive eating that you do. If you're angry, it's a reaction. You go open the fridge and you eat. Or if you are really happy, you're celebrating, you'll open a bottle of wine and drink. But I don't want to drink. Body's like, no. And you're like, no, but I'm celebrating. So we're going to look at all those emotions and all the emotional eating that you do, or the reactive eating that you do, and all the need of food that you've created as your reality. So everything that brought up, can we destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, call 9 shots, boys, forwards and beyonds. So I invite all of you to join us if it's light for you and if it's fun for you. And you can reach out to me, you can reach out to Sugandha, and we will be, and of course, Aisha, and we will be really happy to have you on board. And what else is possible, guys? See you all soon.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome, sweetheart. Bye, Ritu. Bye, everyone. Love you all.